Hello and welcome back to my crochet channel. My name is Patricia and I'm the creator behind Pops to Milk Crochet, where I share patterns, tutorials, and inspiration. And just like I've done in the past few months, I am going to share with you the projects that I have been working on. Some of them I finished in the previous month, some of them I started, and I think this particular month, the month of October, I did not finish as many projects as I wanted to. Life has been a little bit busy, so I didn't have as much time to dedicate to bigger projects. And I do want to sort of shift to, I guess, quicker projects, ones that are not going to take up a lot of my time. So this particular project's blog is I'm seeing it more as a sharing of my whips graveyard because that is what it feels like. These are projects that I started months ago and haven't really made much progress on, but I don't want to give up on them yet. So maybe if I bring them to light, then I will have more of an incentive to finish them. So let's get into them. Firstly, I just want to mention that I did end up finishing this sweater. In the last vlog, I showed how I hadn't finished the bottom hem of the sweater. I wasn't sure how long I wanted it to be, but I finally decided on a length that I was happy with, and it's done, it's finished, and I'm happy with how it looks and feels, and it's perfect for this weather. I do have a blog and a video that I want to put together for this sweater, so look out for that one. That one might be closer to the start of the new year, just because I have a few other projects that I have on the go right now, so I still need to work on the video for this one, but it's coming. So this is a cardigan, or it will be, I hope. And I've been talking about this cardigan since the summer, and I don't know. The idea is still in my head, and I know that I can make it. It's just the design elements of it. This particular stitch, I like the stitch. I'm just kind of stuck on how to shape with it, so how to add increases and decreases. So for example, I'm trying out making the sleeves. So this is actually kind of my first time making, I guess, shaping in a garment. It's usually been a lot of just rectangles and squares. So this, I'm trying to, I guess, have sleeves that increase near the top, so that's going to be the shoulder part. So this is what I've got so far, and I kind of like this. I just needed to make sense in terms of the math and when the increases happen and when, like how often do the increases happen. So I'm trying to figure that out, and it's not something that I'm used to doing. So it's taking a while, but the pattern itself, or the stitch, I should say, the stitch itself works up fairly quickly, and I do enjoy the stitch quite a bit. So I do want to stick with it. So far, like I said, this is a sleeve that I was playing around with in terms of the shaping, and then this is I haven't added anything else to this, which I shared in the last monthly vlog. This is one of the front panels, so it would go like this, but this is like, I need to figure out how I'm going to basically start working into the sleeves or the armhole areas. So that's where I'm at with this, and I haven't done much with it. So this is another one that is taking a while to get through. All right, this, I'm not going to tell you what this is. I don't even know if I will finish what I'm imagining here. I had an idea and then I changed my mind. So I'm not even going to tell you what it is or what it is supposed to be or was going to be. But maybe because I'm bringing it to light, I will do something with it. So look out for something that looks like this in a future video. Now, in these videos, I know I'm sharing projects that I'm working on or have finished, but I don't think I've shared the materials that I want to use. So this is a color combination that I am in love with right now, and this is yarn that I have selected to make a vest. I don't know what stitch yet. I don't even know when I'm going to start it, since I can't even finish this green cardigan that I'm working on. But I know that I'm going to make something with this, and it'll be a vest. And that is all I know at the moment, just that I'm going to be using this yarn. And this, I believe I also shared in the last video. I've made some progress on my mesh crop top or mesh top that I'm working on. I don't know if it's going to be a crop top or not. I haven't fully decided, but I've got 2 panels working at the same time just so that I can make sure that I have enough yarn for both of them. So the idea is I'm going to make the panels long enough so that they cover both sides and then sew them on along the middle, like so. This is one of those projects that I just pick up whenever I have time. It's not one that I need to know what to do. It's fairly simple. It's just a simple trellis stitch. There's no increasing or decreasing with this particular project, so I just know I just work even until I reach a certain length. So we'll see what that length turns out to be, because I don't know yet. I just try it on as I go. Now, because this is a graveyard work in progress post, this has been in the graveyard for a while. I actually don't remember when I first shared this project. It's not even really a project, it's a basket of lace weight granny squares. I don't know what I'm doing with them. I did block all of these squares already. I believe I have about 100 squares, and I still have some more thread that I can use to make more squares, but I don't know what to make with the squares. I did get some recommendations, like making a table runner or a shawl, and I might do that. I just can't decide on something, and I don't even, there's a lot of analysis paralysis going on, which I've mentioned in other posts, where I just, the color combinations are great, but then how do I arrange the squares together so that I like it? So that's another part that's holding me back. It's holding me back from deciding on what I want to make with the squares, but I do need to make something with them. They're really, really pretty and very delicate. So I just want to make sure that they're going to be used in a way that I really enjoy and like. All right, this cardigan, I've been working on this, I want to say 6 or 7 years now. I don't know when I started it. I finished knitting it probably a year ago, and then I even put on the buttons. This is how close I was to thinking that I was done. I put on the buttons, I sewed everything together. I knew that the sleeves were a little long, but I thought maybe if I put everything together, it will all magically make sense and fit. But that's not how things work. So the sleeves are enormous. The whole thing is enormous. It doesn't fit. So I did start to take apart the sleeves from the wrong end, because I didn't want to undo all the sewing of the seams that I did, because yes, it was sewn from this end up and then along the sleeve seam. So I didn't want to undo that sewing. Instead, I am now trying to unravel it from the bottom part. I do have a lifeline in here because I don't want to go all the way, and mostly I want to just go to this lifeline that I've got in place here, and then just pick up some stitches, maybe just crochet around, and then work and then add a ribbed cuff to the sleeve. So I'm hoping that that's what I can do with this. It's just unraveling from the wrong end is always like it comes apart, but then it gets to a point where it doesn't. That's what's holding me back from completing this particular knit sweater or cardigan. Maybe it'll take me 2 years to get to the lifeline that I've got set up here. Okay, this I did finish. This was the collaboration with Hobby, the Cook with Hobby campaign. I made a stacking game, fruit salad stacking game that I would like to share. I just need to document each of these pieces and share them with you. I'm really happy with how these turned out. They are super fun and they feel fun just to hold and play with. There is a whole game that I have in mind to use with these pieces. Of course, these could just be play food if you have kids or if you like play food for yourself as decor. I will be sharing the pattern for each one in the coming weeks, I want to say. I really want to put this out a lot sooner because I think this would be really great as like a gift for holidays, or an activity to do during the holidays as well. So I'm hoping to get these out a lot sooner than other projects that I have. And lastly, the temperature blanket. I got caught up. Oh my god, there was a point where I was like, I'm not going to finish this. And it was just because I hadn't done any of September. All of September and the beginning of October, I hadn't made any squares. So there was nothing to join, but I did it. I spent a couple of days just catching up on September and October, and I am caught up now. So I am loving this so much. There are, I think last I checked, there are maybe 60 days left in the year. So I have 60 more squares or so to make. But I am so happy that this is turning out so beautifully, and I can't wait to see how it looks when it's all done. And those are the projects. So I hope that because I have shared these with you now, I'll have more of a motivation and incentive to finish them all. I really hope they do. And maybe if you leave some words of encouragement for me to keep going, that will also help me to keep going. I hope you have enjoyed seeing all these projects and works in progress. And maybe you are inspired to finish your whips. I hope that this has provided some inspiration and motivation to continue your projects. And maybe if you have a stash of projects that you've forgotten about, this would be a great time to just bring them out into the light, remember that they exist, and decide if you're going to do something with them or just take them apart and repurpose the yarn or the thread, which is always an option. If you have any questions about any of the projects, feel free to leave them in the comments, or if you just want to say hello, I always like hearing from you. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more crochet content. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one.